right here.
Can I put my tickets and the check for the florist in there? Because if I lose those, I'll be annoyed.
Yeah, that would not be good.
This is annoying. We have to get our picture taken.
Yeah. I think, did I put my thingy in there? I did, yes. Oh,
Way to go. So I can't have nice things.
no, that is a true statement.
Guys throwing them on the ground.
Sorry.
That's your job.
right around the corner, it's a pile of stuff. Just put it on there.
Back,
like
back,
yeah,
back
like
there. Oh,
right
I see.
by
Toe.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
gotcha, gotcha. Hi, how many graduates do you have tonight?
120.
120.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
There you go.
Really awesome. I'm going to bring my thing up here.
Whatever. We have one for you too, if you want. So board acceptance is right here. So you can just put it right there.
Okay.
There we go. Done.
Perfecto. Thank you.
Hi, to get a booklet for your program today. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Uh-huh. Seniors, please take your places. Seniors, last call, please take your places. Audience members, at this time we ask that you take your seats. We cannot have anyone standing in the rows. Everyone needs to take a seat, please. Thank you.
As we gather to celebrate this commencement, please rise to honor a momentous milestone in the history of our great nation, the 250th birthday of the United States. Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by the playing of our national anthem. Place your hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Everyone may be seated.
Good evening, families, friends, members of the staff and the community, and most importantly, the graduates of the class of 2026. My name is Carly Norris, and I am the proud principal of Orangewood High School. I would like to welcome you to the best night of the year. Tonight, we are fortunate to have our Board of Education and District Administration here to celebrate the class of 2026. It is my pleasure to present School Board President Michelle Rindler, Vice President Patty Holohan, Clerk Melissa Ayala Quintero, Member Jeanette Wilson, and Member Candy Olson. Also joining us from the district office are Superintendent Juan Cabral, Deputy Superintendent Jason Hill, Assistant Superintendents Lisa Bruick, Patty Buckmiller, and Rudy Wilson, as well as Senior Director of Secondary Education, Mr. Jamie Courts. Lastly, I would like to recognize the amazing staff of Orangewood High School. Orangewood teachers and staff, please stand to be recognized. Thank you. Every year, graduation speeches tend to use a lot of comfortable words. We talk about paths, we talk about journeys, we talk about the future as if it's a smooth road just waiting for you to walk down it. But you know, and I know, that life doesn't work that way. The theme for the class of 2026 is Rise Above. To rise above sounds poetic, but the reality of it is very heavy. You cannot rise above something unless there's something pulling you down. You cannot rise above a challenge unless you first feel the weight of it. Your distractions are real. Your doubt is real. And the obstacles you have faced over the last few years were very, very real. Rising above didn't mean pretending the challenges didn't exist. It didn't mean that every day at Orangewood was easy. or that you always felt motivated. Rising above meant that on the days when you had rather pulled the covers over your head and went back to sleep, you didn't do it. You didn't quit. You showed up anyway. Well, most of you did. Look around you guys tonight. Look at your friends sitting to your left and to your right. You didn't get to this ceremony alone or by accident. You rose above by pulling each other up. You proved that your circumstances do not determine who you are or where you will go. Your heart, your determination, your willpower, that is how you will continue to rise above. But rising above isn't just about surviving the storm. It's about learning how to fly in it. It's about realizing that the very things that you meant to hold down can become the very fuel that propels you forward. The grit you developed here at Orangewood High School isn't just for getting you across the stage tonight. It's the foundation for every dream that you guys are going to chase tomorrow. The OHS staff and I do not just hope that you succeed, we expect you to. Because we know what you are made of, and we know that it's your time to fly. Now, let's take a look at exactly what it looks like when the class of 2026 decides to rise above. Our Dragon athletes truly rose above the competition this year. A massive congratulations to our Athletes of the Year, Alexis Serrano and Noel Smith. Our girls volleyball, girls basketball, and boys soccer teams all showed relentless heart, fiercely advancing all the way to the playoff quarterfinals. Girls soccer climbed even higher, advancing to the playoff semifinals. Our boys and girls softball teams finished strong as lead runners-up. And a special shout out to girls flag football, who dominated the tournament for first place for the second consecutive year. We also want to celebrate our incredible Scholar Athletes of the Year: Daniela Ariza Vidrio, Giselle Carranza Becerra, Hayden De La O, Victoria Flores Valle, Jason Gomez, and Isaiah Velasco Moreno. Our academic, career, and technical education students did not just meet the standards, they blew past them. In our engineering program, our students competed in the Sustainable League of Combat Robotics and won 2 out of the 3 tournaments this year. Even more impressively, OHS won the SBCSS County Championship for the 3rd year running. We would also like to say congratulations to our 19 engineering technology completers, including our engineering CTE Students of the Year, Leah Torres and Rogan Alabang. In graphic and multimedia design, Noemi Hernandez, Paul Torres, Matthew Flores, and James Dayton finished their pathway programs. Elena Lemus and Roman Ramirez alongside Tyler Dees. And our Multimedia CTE Student of the Year, Victoria Flores Valle, rose to the challenge as the Skills USA competitors for the digital cinema production. Elena and Victoria even showed their original film, Through My Lens, at the Harkins Theater for the Redlands USD Film Fest, and Victoria's silent film will be featured in the Mentone Film Festival later this year. Our avid seniors showed us what pure determination looks like. 100% of them met graduation requirements early, 100% exceeded their minimum community service hours, and 71% received scholarships after exploring future pathways on 5 different college and trade school field trips. Across our senior class, 40 students are receiving awards at the Senior Award Night, with 45 scholarships totaling $39,000 awarded to help our graduates rise into their next chapters. And lastly, our seniors completed a staggering 1,380 community service hours across 137 students. You regularly volunteered with organizations like Redlands Family Services, where you cooked and served meals, sorted donations, and packed Thanksgiving food boxes, as well as the Redlands Nature Conservancy and local RUSD elementary schools. One more round of applause for our amazing Dragon graduates. In a short time, you will hear two fantastic speeches from Daniela Araiza Vidrio and Ruby Soria, our teacher charge from Mr. Joshua Murguia, and the rose ceremony introduction by Christopher Diaz. After we have heard the names of the graduates today, I want each of you to take a moment and remember that today is a great day to be a dragon. Please join me in welcoming our first student speaker for the class of 2026, Ruby Soria.
Good evening, fellow graduates, rockstar faculty who didn't just teach us, but actually got us. Security and custodians who kept our campus safe and clean. And Miss Cindy who kept our stomachs full. Parents who are probably still figuring out how we managed to get here. And anyone else who wandered in. My name is Ruby Soria, and welcome to the Feel Good event of the year. Now look around, because what you are seeing is not just a graduation. It's a victory lap for the underdogs. It's proof that sometimes the scenic route is way more interesting than the highway. We are the graduating class of Orangewood High School, and we are here to tell you that our story is just getting started. So buckle up. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Yes, some of us took a slightly unconventional route to get here. We might have had a few detours, a couple pit stops along the road, and maybe even a minor collision or two. But hey, who wants to be boring and predictable? We've learned that life isn't about following a straight line. It's about embracing the zigzags, the loop-de-loops, and the occasional U-turn. And let's be honest, Orangewood was the GPS we needed to navigate those tricky turns. It was a place where we found teachers who didn't just see our report cards, they saw our potential. Somewhere we could feel safe and heard by our teachers, counselors, and advisors. It was where we found friends who didn't judge our past but cheered on our future. I know for most of us, it was a challenge to come to a school where you may have not known anybody. When I first started, I had lunch sitting in the office. By the end of my senior year, I had left the office for Mr. Murguia's classroom, where I met some of my best friends. OHS is where we discovered that even when life gives you lemons, you can still make a killer lemonade with a little bit of sugar and a whole lot of laughter. This next part of my speech will be in Spanish to recognize all of the families that are out here today. Quiero tomar un momento para agradecer a las personas que han sido mi mayor ejemplo. Gracias a Dios tengo la dicha y el orgullo de ser hijas de mexicanos con gran corazón. A mi mamá y papá les agradezco por la forma en que me criaron y educaron. Vinieron a este país con sacrificios y esperanzas de poder brindarle un futuro mejor. Hoy les digo, lo logramos. Su sueño se ha hecho realidad y ahora con este logro en mis manos me comprometo a honrar su legado y a construir un futuro aún más brillante, no solo para nuestra familia, sino para mí. Los amo. También quiero reconocer la oportunidad que hemos tenido de estar aquí hoy como hijos e hijas de inmigrantes. Sabemos que nada fue fácil, pero nunca nos hicimos por vencidos. Nunca agachamos la mirada. Todo se hizo con orgullo, esfuerzo y deseo de lograr abrir más puertas. Nacimos de sueños que cruzaron fronteras. Nuestros padres, quienes tanto lucharon y dejaron su tierra, su idioma, su hogar y su familia para darnos una vida mejor. Así que hoy doy gracias a todo ese esfuerzo que hicieron por nosotros. Nosotros no estuviéramos aquí sin su sacrificio. Hoy recibimos este diploma, pero al igual es logro de cada uno de ustedes. Somos estudiantes y familias luchadoras y sobre todo somos orgullosamente hispanos y es algo que siempre debemos llevar en nuestro corazón. Gracias. Let me translate for a whole audience. I want to take a moment to thank the people who have been my greatest example. Thanks to God, I have the joy and pride of being a daughter of Mexicans with a great heart. To my mom and dad, I thank you for the way you raised and educated me. You came to this country with dreams and hopes to give me a better future. Today I say to you, we did it. Your dream has come true, and now with this achievement in my hands, I promise to honor your legacy and build an even brighter future, not only for myself, but for our family. I love you. I also want to acknowledge the opportunity we have had to be here today as sons and daughters of immigrants. We know that nothing was easy, but we never gave up. We never lowered our gaze. Everything was done with pride, effort, and the desire to open more doors. We were born from dreams that crossed borders, from our parents who fought so hard and left their land, their language, their family to give us a better life. I'm sorry. So today, I give thanks for all the effort they made for us. We would not be here without their sacrifice. Today, we received this diploma, but it is also the achievement of each one of you. We are students in fighting families, and above all, we are proudly Hispanic. It is something that we should always carry in our heart. Thank you. Now to the class of 2026. We did it. We conquered the odds. We slayed the dragons, and we emerged victorious. Now as we stand here, ready to take on the world, let's remember to keep our sense of humor, our hearts open, and our minds curious. Let's embrace the unknown with excitement, knowing that we have the skills, the support, and the sheer willpower to make our dreams a reality. And let's never forget that the greatest adventures are the ones we create ourselves. So go out there, dragons, and make some memories, perhaps even a few mistakes, and leave the world a better, brighter, and funnier place. Congratulations, class of 2026. We did it.
Please help me welcome the next student speaker, Daniela Ariza Vidrio.
Good afternoon, teachers, parents, staff, family, friends, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2026. If I'm being honest, standing here today doesn't feel like a perfect, polished moment. It feels a little unreal because I don't think any of us got here in a straight line. There wasn't one clear path, one perfect plan, or one version of success that worked for all of us. And that's exactly what makes today matter. Some of us knew what we wanted early on. Some of us are still figuring it out. Some struggled quietly, while others struggled in ways everyone can see. But somehow, in the middle of all that, we kept going, and that's why we're here. To our teachers and staff, thank you. Not just for the lessons, but for the patience, the second chances, and the moments where you treated us like people, not just students. You showed up for us in ways that probably went unnoticed, but made a difference anyway. And to my classmates, this isn't just about being proud of each other, it's about recognizing how different all of our experiences were and still ending up here together. Some of us balanced school with work, some dealt with things at home, and some had moments where even getting out of bed felt like a win, and you still made it. That deserves more credit than we usually give. High school wasn't just about grades or achievements. It was about figuring out who you are when things don't go your way. It was about learning how to adapt, how to fail, how to try again, even when you weren't sure it would work. And maybe the biggest thing we learned is this: there's no single definition of success. For some people, success looks like college. For others, a job, a goal, a responsibility, or even just getting through a difficult time. None of those paths are better than others. They're just different. So as we leave today, we're not all stepping into the same future, and that's okay. We're all stepping into our own version of success, our own journey. If there's anything worth taking with us, it's not just work hard or dream big. It's this: be patient with yourself. Don't compare your timeline to anyone else's. And don't feel like you have to have everything figured out right now, because most people don't. Before I finish, I want to take a moment to recognize the people who helped us get here. Our families. Mamá y papá, gracias por todo su sacrificio, su apoyo. Todo lo que soy es gracias a ustedes. Las amo mucho. Mom and Dad, thank you so much for all your sacrifice and your support. Everything I am is thanks to you. I love you both very much. And to all the families here today, whether you're a parent, sibling, grandparent, or support system of any kind, this moment belongs to you too. Lastly, whatever your beliefs may be, I think we can all agree that getting here took more than just effort. It took hope, it took resilience, it took faith that things would work out even when they didn't seem like they would. Class of 2026, this isn't the moment where everything suddenly makes sense. It's the moment where we choose to move forward anyways. Not perfect, not certain, but ready for the future. Congratulations to all of us. No matter where life takes us after tonight, a part of us will always carry the lessons, memories, and strength we found here. And whatever comes next, we'll figure it out. Thank you.
Please help me welcome our teacher, Mr. Joshua Murguia.
Good evening, family and friends, everybody from Orangewood staff and faculty, all manner of district folks, random people walking by the bowl tonight, and of course you, the graduates of 2026. Let me begin by saying I am not Mrs. Norma Beckwith. Nope, not even close. Allow me to explain. As many of you know, Mrs. Beckwith was the one ready to give the charge, but she had surgery just a couple of weeks ago, and she fully expected to just tough it out and be here for all of you. But apparently some doctor who doesn't know Beckwith the way we do wouldn't clear her for work duties. So here we are, whatever. Given this situation, I'm going to have to start off by offering regrets on behalf of Beckwith. When I spoke with her, she talked about how much she enjoyed working with all of you as seniors this year, how you meant so much to her, and that she was really disappointed to not be here to speak to you as graduates. Now then, once I was tasked with filling in for the amazing Beckwith, I had to scramble a bit. I only had about 2 weeks to get this ready. But then I thought to myself, if I'm speaking to seniors, former seniors, I should think like seniors, which it's scary, but follow me with it. I decided to embrace your motto. Why should I write this myself when I can have somebody else do it for me, right? Yeah. So that's what I did. I reached out to the entire staff at Orangewood High School for help. And luckily for me, many of them responded and stepped up with the following words of wisdom for all of you. First, we have the newly accomplished Dr. Muley. Yes, very cool. She offered this: go out and be the change you want to see in the world. And that's powerful advice. It means don't just complain about problems. Be the person who fixes them. If something is broken, improve it. If something is unfair, challenge it. And if something can be better, make it better. And by the way, If you do become the change that you want to see in the world, our principal, Mrs. Norris, would simply like you to do it on time. She added, whatever you do, wherever you go, do it with your heart, give it everything you have, and most importantly of all, do it on time. My goodness, grads, some of you were late this morning, but it's okay, I understand. But she's right though, change the world, but please submit by 11:59 p.m. Thank you. Keeping it practical, we have Mr. Sandoval, who want to suggest to you that it's not about how much money you make, but how well you save and manage it. And that's unfortunately a lesson that many adults will learn only after buying something ridiculous at 2 a.m. when they were online. So yes, chase your dreams, even chase those dollars, but maybe learn what a retirement account is. Future you will appreciate it. Ms. Bruno added to this idea perfectly. Dreams are great, plans are better. Plans make our dreams come true, and it's never too early to start. That's practically adulthood in one sentence. Changing topics a bit, Perkins reminds you to not get so focused on the championship trophy that you forget the daily grind and the teammates next to you. And that matters tremendously, because life is not just the big moments, the diploma, the job title, the promotion, the trophy. Life is the random Tuesdays, the inside jokes, the late night talks, the people sitting beside you. Mrs. De La Cruz shared the idea that wherever you go after this, add value and leave things better than you found them, substance over style. That's important in a world obsessed with appearances. Social media will tell you to look successful, but actual success is being useful and dependable, kind and honest when nobody's filming it for TikTok. Mrs. Danica from the front desk quoted Bruce Lee, "Be water." And I know that sounds a bit odd initially, but the idea is this: water adapts. It flows around obstacles. It changes without losing itself. Sometimes life will require you to be flexible like a stream. Other times it will require you to be powerful like a tremendous wave. Wisdom is knowing which moment calls for which version of you. Continuing on, Mrs. Wilson wanted to remind you to embrace the unknown, because the truth is that many of you do not have your entire future figured out right now, and that's okay. Some of the happiest people you know change their social or professional directions completely. Some opportunities will come from accidents. Some setbacks will be blessings later. Adding to these sentiments, Mrs. Lindsay had this to say: your worth has never been defined by your grades, mistakes, hardships, or the opinions of others. Your worth comes from who you are, and that's always been enough. Mrs. Canizales had something every one of you graduates deserves to hear. Actually, she had a lot to say. She must really like you guys, but that's okay. I'm going to sum it up. Here we go. The fact that you are graduating today shows resilience, determination, and the ability to keep going even when life gets hard. Every single one of you graduates sitting here fought battles that nobody else fully saw. Some of you had easy roads, and some of you had unbelievably difficult ones, but you kept showing up. Being a dragon is not about never falling. Instead, it's about getting back up again and again until people start calling you strong because they forgot how many times life tried to knock you down. Finally, Mynell Shelton, our evening custodian, shared a quote from Albert Einstein. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving, which is encouraging, unless you're bad at riding bicycles and don't wear a helmet, but it's okay, it's okay. The idea still stands. Keep moving, keep growing, keep learning, keep trying. Class of 2026, the world you're entering is complicated, unpredictable, exciting, messy, and occasionally held together with not much more than duct tape and caffeine. But so are some of the most worthwhile parts of our lives. From all of us at Orangewood, remember, go and be the change, be on time, save your money, make plans, value those next to you and the struggle, choose substance over style, be water, embrace the unknown, know your worth, rise after setbacks, and keep moving forward. And whatever you do after today, remember to be a dragon and always leave a little spark wherever you go. Congratulations, class of 2026. The world is waiting.
Please welcome to the podium Mr. Christopher Diaz.
Hi, everyone. First of all, I'd like to thank God for being here today and giving me this opportunity to speak. Every student who graduates from Orangewood High School has a unique story to tell. Our paths have been marked by our own distinct challenges, struggles, and moments of self-doubt. I know I wouldn't be here standing today without the unwavering support of my family and friends, and I know it's the same for my fellow graduates. For each of us, there has been a hope, a guiding mentor, or a true hero who made all the difference. Today, we want to honor those who helped make this moment possible. Before I finish my speech, I'd like to give a special thanks to my mom. Because of the sacrifices that you made along the way, I get to be here to graduate today. And for what it's worth, I think you're an amazing mom. Te quiero mucho, mamita. Gracias. In a few moments, every graduating senior will present a rose to the person who helped them believe in themselves and realize their dream. This gesture symbolizes grace, gratitude, and above all, hope. On a day when words alone aren't enough, please accept this small token of thanks, because you made a difference. You have made today a great day to be a dragon. Thank you, everyone.
Sorry. First row. First row. Sorry. First row. Go ahead. At this time, I am honored to introduce Mrs. Michelle Rendler, President of the Board of Education. Mrs. Rendler, members of the Board of Education, and Superintendent Cabral, the members of the class here today have fulfilled all of the requirements of the state of California and the local school board, and therefore are eligible to receive their diplomas. It is indeed my pleasure and honor to present to you the Orangewood class of 2026.
Thank you, Ms. Norris. Good evening. As President of the Board of Education, it is my honor and privilege to stand here tonight to formally accept the graduating class of 2026 from Orangewood High School. But first, I want to take a moment to acknowledge the parents, families, teachers, and staff whose love and support has been instrumental for these students to achieve this milestone. Your commitment is the foundation of every successful graduate we see here tonight. Graduates, the challenges you will face in your future will be real, but so is your potential. Your persistence and commitment have resulted in each of you achieving this very important goal. Remember this from Albert Einstein: persistence is the most powerful force on earth, and it can move mountains. Take with you the lessons you've learned during your time at Orangewood High School, lessons on how to think critically, act kindly, and persevere through struggles. Ms. Norris, on behalf of the trustees of the Board of Education, and with great pride and joy, I accept the Orangewood High School graduating class of 2026. May your next steps be bold, your dreams be big, and your hearts remain grounded in the community that helped you rise up. Be forever proud to be a dragon, and congratulations, graduates.
Giselle Danae Gonzalez.
Aiden Ryan Trujillo. Alexis Martinez.
Samuel Evans. Kyle Jameson. Aubrey Ray Lawson. Sadie Elizabeth Bradley. Daniel Esquivel.
Jared Donovan McKee.
Amaya Nicole Charles. Crystal Irene Larios. Raquel Aguero. Cristela Nevea Abeta.
Ariana Kathleen Torres.
Nichelle Ivelisse Ayala. Marcus Dominique Dancy.
Moises Alberto Morales. Jonae Damoni Miles.
Tamir Nicole Renee Furlow.
Mia Vivian Lynn Huntress.
Levi Tyler.
Jacob Alexander Jones.
Damian Mendoza.
Kevin Acosta.
Darlene Saucedo. Alonso Julian Pacheco.
Randy Angel Alcantar. Aiden Ezekiel Saiz Jimenez. Matthew Julian Flores. Abraham Burciaga Sintu.
Samuel Niloy.
Miguel Angel Galdamez.
Alexandro Nistal Gaitan.
Pedro Garcia. James Paul Dayton.
Brandon Ritivoyu.
Lily May Lutz.
Roman Alexander Ramirez. Marquez Prentice.
Daniel Joseph Casillas Ponce.
Christian Anthony Urrutia.
Leonardo Duarte Hernandez. Jaime Gonzalez.
Noor Youssef. Brooke Mackenzie Mulinix. Siona Renee Urrutia Embry.
Amber Serenity Garcia.
Alia Virgen.
Tommy Goodale.
Carter Dallas Portia. Darion Markel McMurray.
Isaac Angel Lopez. Oscar Acosta.
Lincoln McClure. Nicholas Ramos. Ethan McMahon. Rafael Morales. Ava Elizabeth Serna.
Laura Noemi Gallardo Hernandez.
Jaylyn Sutton. Isaac Isaiah Serna. Miguel Rodriguez Penalosa.
Camille Begg.
Nathan Martinez.
Arthur Barrera.
Caden Keith Pesant. Marissa Wendell. Xavier Giovanni Medina. Kayla Mares. Mia Rebecca Villegas. Isaias Velasco Moreno. Alexis Graciela Serrano.
Giselle Marlene Carranza Becerra.
Noel Smith.
Montserrat Gomez.
Joshua McHenry.
Gabriel Castrejon. Tyler Dees.
Donnie Iman Theodore Wortham.
Anavea Isabella Beltran. Marina Eva Cervantes Herrera.
Citra Esperanza Padilla Lopez. Natalie Guadalupe Cordoba.
Elena Patricia Lemus. Leah Mariah Hernandez.
Destiny Ponce.
Victoria Flores Valle.
Ethan Joseph Spencer. Cyrus Robert Walsh.
Joel Baldwin. Derek Noah Arenas. Tamaris Cleveland. Tanalia Fafatai Tafeong.
Jordan Ray Paulsnes.
Aaron Armstrong. Rylan Doyle. Nicholas Christopher Bailey.
Maritza Tapia.
Marifer Lopez Gonzalez. Bruce Lopez.
Ryan Macias Hernandez.
Jason Alexander Estrada.
Christian Alexander Perez. Badr Syed.
Daniel Emmanuel Diaz.
Paul Torres. Robert Douglas Wortley.
Noah Ray Armando Flores. Jason Gomez.
Lea Torres. Aileen Williams.
Kiwana Renee Hughes.
Brooklyn Alexis Brielle Miller.
Rogan Alibong.
Rania Bella Perpuli.
Christopher Joseph Diaz.
Ruby Soria.
Daniela Isabel Araiza Vidrio.
Damaris Jacome.
Teachers and staff, please take your places. The class of 2026, please rise. Class of 2026, you may now turn your tassel from right to left. Parents, family, honored guests, and OHS staff, may I present the Orangewood High School class of 2026!
Celebrate tonight, da 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 da. Celebrate tonight.